guys. So, for about the first hour of this podcast, my video recording got stuck on a loading screen, basically the settings screen of Satisfactory. So, I've gotten you guys like just plain footage of the environment for that first hour, but the podcast is still fantastic. You can minimize it and just listen to us talk. You can play along with us. I highly recommend it. Or you can watch it if you're on Spotify. Of course, this doesn't matter. So I hope you guys have fun. And here's this week's podcast. So I was like, I was changing every single setting. Welcome, everybody, to Players Parlor podcast, where you play along with us while we play through some basic games. Today, we've got Satisfactory, and along with me coming on this very almost survival journey is a running stickman, or Olav J. Hold on, let me just Olav J. Digranes. It's a very, very big name for a South African to say because I'm used to Zulu names.
Good try at it.
I'm sure he'll introduce himself properly now. We're doing Satisfactory, which is a game still in early access. I think it came into early access in 2020. It's a good 4 years now that it's been in early access. It's almost like Star Citizen. We are pretty sure it's gonna become fully released one day, but we are quite sure we will never know when. So, Olav, why don't you go from there? I'm just gonna start the game up for us.
Yeah. I'm been playing this game on and off for 2-3 years now, I think, almost. It's gone through quite a lot of updates. It's been interesting to sort of pay attention to as someone who makes games as well. You know, it's always good to pay attention to what's out there and sort of learn from the other stuff that exists, so to speak.
And this game is definitely one of the ones to learn from, I would say, because I've always wanted. Man, you can tell it's been a while for me since I've played this game. Let me just also, if you're only listening right now, I forgot to put on subtitles, so I'm just so confused as what's happening right now.
They're normally somewhere under the settings, I'd think.
Yeah. Oh, I wish this would become like one of those things that they would normalize across all games, because in some games it's always under audio, and then in other ones it's user interface or something weird somewhere else.
You would be surprised at how unorganized the games industry is. It's near impossible to really have much of a sort of consensus on things, because part of the problem is so many people prefer to play a game in so many different ways. So you sort of have to somehow create an existence for where all people are satisfied.
Satisfied, yeah, and everybody else has a better idea of where to do it and where to place things and make it,
Yeah, and everyone, of course, most people who only play games and have never made them have all the best ideas, and they should always be listened to, and
Of course, I've got all the best ideas. I've got all the best ideas here. It's why I've started a podcast, because I've got the best ideas ever, even though I've never taken one single course in game design.
I mean, I'd say you don't necessarily have to take a course in game design as such. I don't technically think I have either, but I've.
For those listening, yeah, I would very much disagree, because I've seen some of the things he's studied and the stuff that he's done, and it's just it's way up there.
The degree was mainly in the game development, which is sort of the much more technical aspect of it. It's basically think about it as software design or software development with more maths and fun 3D maths that I still don't understand. And there's a reason I make 2D games, not 3D games. You add that You add that
every
extra axis and everything begins going horribly wrong.
every good 3D game starts as a 2D concept, man. I'm 98% sure of that.
Yeah.
I forgot how I want to say clunky the start of the game is.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's something that they could probably do a better job of.
A bit more smoothing about, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's.
Sorry, I opened the game as well and was doing something in the settings and had a beast run at me. That's poor timing.
That's perfectly normal. That's basic. That's exactly how this game is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run away because I have not built anything.
And one thing that
God.
I mean I've only built one giant base in Satisfactory before, and I can quite remember the end of everything where I was getting into oil and like nuclear fusion and everything else. What I always
Yeah.
forget is how long it actually takes to even get like hydro and coal energy. It's like picking up plants just to build everything. And I can't remember what the hotkeys are. I think it was, yeah, there we go. No.
So that is one thing I equally like and don't like about this game is sort of how slow it is. Because I do like it being sort of slow paced. You don't have to rush around for everything. You don't have to do everything right the very second you find out about it. You can do things at your own pace. You can choose your own progression as well. But when you've played it a few times, it's sort of you want to get to a certain point reasonably quickly, such as you want to have the what's it called? The coal, for instance, is the big one for
Yeah,
me.
like you need the basic stuff quicker than
You need to be able to build things, which is not something that is overly easily done without having a lot of energy.
A lot of energy and the schematics. That's what got me. I mean, I tried replaying this in I think November 2023 last year, and it was. I got to about. I think I built the sky elevator, and I was just like, okay, I've done all of this already, and now I need to keep going to get all the schematics. Like building a slanted ramp became a real issue for me because I didn't have the schematic. And I wanted to reach places and like build my base out properly from the start because obviously like I knew what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go, but I couldn't do it because just schematics weren't there.
Yeah. It's but then again on the other side, when you have the schematics, you can, build out and progress very fast. So it's a difficult one to say whether or not I agree with how they've done it or not, but I can understand why they've done it, I can absolutely see why they've chosen to do things the way they have. And granted, it's still in early access, so it might still change.
What I've seen a few people do or talk about is having just like seeder planets, like a planet or a world that you load up and it's got like certain things already set up for you. Like instead of having to send out stuff on the space elevator to get everything, it's more of you need to just build certain things and then they unlock.
But then at what point does that then become No Man's Sky instead, in a sense?
Well, I mean, we never traveled to a different planet, so I'd say pretty long time. Like, I mean, No Man's Sky.
No, but I'm not necessarily the traveling between
the
planets,
traveling, but
sort
like
of the having
No
things
Man's
pre-built
Sky,
in a sense.
I don't know, not necessarily pre-built, just like pre-unlocked.
Okay, yeah, that I can understand more. So
yeah, no, nothing should be pre-built. No. You need to build everything from scratch and like go and search for it and everything. It's just having the hub there and having it like almost basically ready for you to start building.
You know what would be quite nice, actually? There is a mod for RimWorld. I think it's called better prepared or something, where you
Oh yeah.
can hyper customize your starting location. That would be brilliant for this, I think.
Oh, that would be pretty awesome because one of the and as we as I get like closer to our first iron ore here, for those playing along, one of the big issues that I have is that I can't build a neat base from the start. Like it's one
Yeah,
of the it's actually one of the reasons I stopped playing on my first initial game through, even though I put in like 30 hours into it, because I got like I need to now destroy every single thing that I've built just so that I can get like a semi good looking base that's flat. Like that was the big issue for me. I couldn't make it flat. I had like I think I had
yeah.
10 different levels of stuff just being processing constantly.
So
And if
that's, I don't know if you remember when I streamed this a while ago now. I don't remember exactly how far back, but that there was a very much a disparity between my starting area, how it looked, and everything else.
mm, mm. I remember it's and I remember vaguely, and I also remember Dark, one of the friends from Spiff. He kept showing me his um, world that he built, and he basically said, "Okay, I'm not going to build out or anything. He just built up. As soon as he could, he built up. Because building out was just
Yeah, I
we were
think.
talking about beasts earlier. Now I've got to face two of them without
Yeah,
even a
I
hub.
just almost ran into two of them myself as well. So I've not gone with the default starter world. I've gone with the one for advanced players. I think it was suggested, or for intermediate or whatever.
Is
And
that's not the sand one, is it?
no, it's the jungle one. And I have realized I have no easy way of accessing iron ore, and I've just put down my hub, and I'm kind of wanting to the hub, and I don't think I can.
Oh
So
no.
that's fun.
Yeah, see
Oh, I
that. So
can. I
like
can dismantle the hub,
building
right?
up
The
is
hub is coming with
something.
me.
Building up is something that I think I eventually started doing as well. And it seems to be like the common thing to do is like, oh, we don't want to build on the ground because it just gets too complicated and things start um what do we call it?
Getting
When
messy.
messy and when objects collide, the collision gets all funky.
Oh yeah, that's it gets all kinds of fun 3D maths that I don't want to deal with.
Like see this right now. Like right now I want to put the up down, but like I've got to like walk quite a ways away from the actual area where I am to build it. And that to me is some of the most annoying things imaginable. Because all I want to do is build in one space and build from there. But as I said, I
Yeah,
also started building up when I initially started the game. And what I found is the game gives me tools like later on when you like unlock the buggy and I can't remember the jets and like the pods and stuff that you can like get into. I never used any
yeah,
of them because what I did is I built a giant, I want to say almost network of um, what do we call the conveyors?
yeah,
I had Mark 4 or Mark 5 conveyors, and I literally just built tracks for them everywhere. So I could go from anywhere in the game that I had discovered to near the boundaries of the actual game just by
yeah,
jumping on one of the conveyors. And it was both faster and more efficient than anything else because it didn't require fuel, it didn't require me to waste anything. It was just get on it, and there we go.
yeah. Um, yeah, it's building up certainly is better, I think, but it's also more you need to pre-plan it more in a sense. And when you
Mm.
already have an established base, you either then have to sort of build an offshoot and go, now I'm going to build up, or you have to tear down everything and redo it.
Uh, hold on. Let me just. Okay. So We just got our first upgrade. 20 minutes. I would say that's not too bad.
I still haven't put down the hub, and I'm stood on top of some iron ore with a beast near me, and I don't think I can defend myself.
You've got you should.
So,
Don't you have the shock?
oh no, I do. I for some reason I thought I had to build that, but I don't.
You
Right
know,
then.
you should have it. I was like, hold on.
Fight me.
One thing that I do enjoy about this game, and I find so few other survival games lately have it, is the ability to sort out the inventory. I don't know why. It's become a rare thing lately for games to do.
Yeah.
And it's genuinely, I want to say, it's heaven sent almost, you know, because I'm also for one of my reviews, I'm currently doing Sea of Stars, and its inventory management is chaotic, to say the least.
Yeah. It's I don't know if there's really any necessarily overall good way of doing inventory management.
Oh,
There's sort of
you know,
there's the sort of Minecraft one where you just put everything in one place and hope for the best.
No, Minecraft's the worst. Oh, I can't stand Minecraft. That inventory system is hell for me. Mostly because
Yeah.
you need to have like 7,000 different chests for everything.
Yeah, and there's no way of if you forget where you put something, you're
Oh,
gonna spend about 14 hours trying to find it.
I was playing on a server once where I went, I made a labyrinth underneath our main base. So obviously I was like digging out things for 20, 40 hours at a time. And I can remember I had like hundreds of diamonds. And as soon as I needed diamonds for myself to build something or build armor or upgrade something, I would rather go mine new diamonds because it was faster to do that than go through all the inventory and chests that I had built to store everything that I dug up than, you know, mining. And it was genuinely one of those things that I was just like, you know what? There's got to be a faster way. And then recently I played Diablo 2, you know, because they remade it.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, I know this sounds insane. I prefer Diablo's inventory management by far to most things.
I think it's a thing where everyone's probably got their own preferences, and you sort of as a game designer, you have to sort of pick one and hope for the best. Hope that it agrees with most people enough.
Well, we've got to assume that it will. Most of the time, inventory management isn't really what a game should be about. But I feel like in a game like Satisfactory, where it's inventory management is actually the entire game, it might be slightly important, you know?
Just a bit. But you also you can segment out the inventory a bit, at least with the storage containers, but they can also become a bit too big and
too
full.
big and full. But what I do like about it though is through the conveyor system, it can auto sort.
Yes. So there's at least that, but you just then have to remember where the different things are. Although you can always do the little beacons and just put a beacon down next to it and hope for the best.
But doesn't that make it too cluttered for you?
Well, yeah.
Because by the time you've got the beacons,
sort of
you've got so many like things to track as well around in the overworld, you know?
Yeah, but it's sort of at what point are you gonna be too worried about it in a sense?
I would say around the point that I've got like 20 beacons for 20 different parts.
Yeah, so that would be one thing that would be quite nice is if they didn't just have the direction bar on the top, but also had an actual mini map you could use.
Oh yeah, a minimap. Even if we had to build it, a minimap in this game would be pretty king.
Yeah.
But
And then just say I want to have, the beacons, these beacons I want to have on the direction finder up top, because that could be, go here to investigate oil or go here to investigate whatever. And then these other beacons, which are my storage beacons, I can say, okay, this goes into the minimap, and then I can only worry about it when
when you're close to it or searching for it,
yeah.
I agree 100% with that, because one of the things that kind of made the game feel complete for me was when I actually built the map, and then I found it to be amazingly useless. Like
in what, in Minecraft or
in Satisfactory, because I built the
oh
map.
right, yeah.
I built the map, and by the time that I built the map, I already kind of knew just by direction where everything was.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever reached the map stage before.
You've got to put down. I think I had to build a building for it, and there was like a thing that I had to put down that sent out a signal every now and then that like traced new things for me as well automatically, which I would argue is not all that automatic.
No. I guess that's yeah. Here's another thing that could be said for it is sort of trying to keep as many options open for the player as possible, which is a difficult thing to do because you end up with a horrendous amount of scope creep. But you at least what I try to do in my little way is to keep as many keep as much as possible customizable down to the player and their preferences within sort of the framework I set out at first. But striking that balance is not an easy thing to do.
Oh, sorry, I just
So
need to. Yeah, it's a very, I would say, delicate balance, because as a player, I don't always know what's best for me either.
no, but you will, through playing the game, get some level of understanding of how you prefer to play it. Generally, I'd say, of just, I want to be able to, say, for instance, with inventory management, I want to be able to put this resource here or here, and that works best for me because this is how I craft things, for instance.
Sorry, I'm just. Oh, this is the other part that we needed to talk about earlier, but I only had iron ore, so it didn't much matter. I mean, my iron ore is here now, right?
Yeah.
And this is obviously where I built my hub, because this is the first ore I found. Then when I look and scan for the copper ore, the nearest one is 300 meters away.
Yeah, that's always fun.
That's just, and
that means you've got some conveyor belts to make, buddy.
Yeah, I've got a ton of conveyor belts to build now. So we're gonna start calling this the conveyor belt special now, because that's basically all the rest of the hour and a half is gonna be.
I mean, that is just all you do really in this game is just introduce an industrial revolution to this planet that didn't ask for it, but
yeah, it literally has no intelligent life anywhere on it. Just a bunch of monsters and plants that can attack you. And we drop down from like a freaking asteroid out of nowhere and go like, all right, so we're gonna suck up every resource you have.
All that iron, yum.
Ooh, such delicious iron. Wait until we get to titanium, of course.
Yeah. That is one thing I also kind of hope that they do something more with is the big monsters that you have.
Oh yeah,
because you have that massive one that flies around.
That does nothing, and then you've got the ones that kind of remind me of elephants.
Yeah, and they do nothing as well. The best thing with the big one that flies around is if you put your space elevator in its path, it just flies through your space elevator.
Oh, it no clips through it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I guess that is maybe because they haven't had a chance to fix it yet. I'm hoping that's the case, because I really don't hope that's the intended way for it to exist.
I would hope that like one time at some point in the future before Vision 1 releases, they put in like some collision detection to it to like fly around it, you know?
Yeah. I do wonder what their backlog looks like, because they've been. You said it's been in early access for 4 years now.
Well, I'm not sure. It says release date in 2020 on Steam, so I've got to assume that was when it went into early access.
And you wonder how long they worked on it before then.
Yes, because
And it's
I
been
know
4 years.
it was announced way before it went into early access. So
Yeah.
it looks amazing for an early access game, but it's also, as somebody that likes stories in a game, it's very empty for a game that supposedly has a story in it.
It has a story in it.
It has a story in it, like all those alien artifacts.
What story?
Those alien
Oh,
artifacts and stuff.
the ones that all have just WIP.
Yeah, like work in progress to it. That's the story.
I love those.
This game has a story. It's work in progress, but it's got a story.
Yeah, it's again. You can only hope that they get to it eventually.
I mean, they at version 0.8. I really hope they've got like a writer somewhere toiling away. It's like, holy crap, they made all the things. Like I've got to write
in a
something.
Dark room, fed by a constant stream of caffeine, sugar, and occasional light. That's all you get.
It's like, that's what you get, boy. Right? We'll give you some coffee when you give us a chapter.
Right, there's a little story now. Come on.
We believe in you. Start. Damn it. Okay, see, I forgot that the ore is always protected by something as well, you know?
Yeah.
So if you're playing along, or stick in that for that matter, every single enemy in this game is basically the dumbest enemy you'll ever fight in any game ever. So all you really have to do is wait for them to jump towards you, and I'll run towards you and then jump.
Except for the flame spitty one, which you wait for it to spit again towards you, and then you sort of sidestep out the way.
Or sidestep, yeah. It works on what's that old movie with Pierce Brosnan in it? Is it? No, it's not Pierce Brosnan. It's what's that Reddit lady's name? Volcano or something. Not Dante Speak, Volcano, where she's like, all right, wait for the fire to head towards you. Yes, that big giant fireball. All right, you've got to dodge 4 seconds before it hits you.
You have to time it. Be very careful now.
Be very careful. Don't just run away from where you know it's going to land. Like, time it perfectly.
Yeah. I also would like, so far as the inventory management goes, I would like to be able to more quickly add things to my, hands, back, body, leg slots. Because
fortunately, later in the game, I don't know how far, if you've gotten there either, you get an upgraded suit. You do get an upgraded suit, which has 3 spots in it. It first has got 2 and then 3, which allows you to
I remember that, but I mean more in the sense of being able to go into your inventory. You have the equipment shortcuts at the top. I want to be able to just press a button and just have, this is my Xenosapper, for instance, and this is my miner.
That I agree with 100%, because later on it gets, for those, we're not going to get there, but you get a chainsaw, you get a longer Xenozapper, you get scanners, and it becomes, literally you spend, I think, like 20% of the game just opening up your inventory and switching between everything that you need.
Oh, now I need the Xenosapper. Oh dear, he's running towards me. Oh no. I'll get my little miner out, get this resource. Oh dear, the flame spitty man is running towards me. Help.
Oh dearie me, what are we going to do? And that is something also that, like, because they obviously prioritize building, because that's got like a shortcut to it, right?
Yeah.
Because you can anything you can build, you can put a shortcut down. But with tools and stuff that you need, that's not the same as Stick just said. What also confuses me is when you open up a menu, it's they fixed it, they changed it. Because I can remember when I
Well
played,
then.
well, that's fantastic. I can actually run away while being in the menu now. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that is a useful thing to have.
I can fear for my mortal coil being cut short while changing into the right stuff. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. It's efficient.
Yeah, that's all you ever need is efficiency. One thing I will say as well, kudos to them for, is the night sky in this game, or just the sky in general, is amazing.
Have you ever just walked around in this game and actually looked at the plants and the biome specifically?
Yeah, that's what
yes.
I remember when I streamed it a while back. I used to go into sort of not saying anything and just sort of walking around and looking and listening at things. It looks really nice.
It's
Apart
just
from some of the animations, which are a bit janky, it does look really nice.
I mean, if we don't look at any of the monsters or the character player, it's
the monsters. Oh no! Oh dear! Oh, this is bad. Oh,
I'm
dear.
assuming you've got another monster coming towards you.
I know. I just jumped off a massive pillar and have no way of getting back up.
Well, I have a good 4 hours of tracking back and hoping you get to the right spots.
Oh dear! And my hub is up there. At least I have the hub on the heads-up display.
It's where you.
Oh no!
This
is.
It's gonna be the main way that you know where you are for the next 2 hours. Yeah.
Okay, so another minor issue. I put all my food in my hub, and I don't have it with me. And there's not just a fire spitter, but a fire spitter boss here now.
Ooh,
so,
yeah. At that point,
it's just noticed me. Okay, we're going the other way.
At this point, it's almost better to just die. Just let the game take everything and go back to the hub.
I am. Oh God. I have gotten the flame spitter stuck somehow.
Oh, that happens so often lately.
He stood next to a rock, sort of walked on the spot for a bit.
Those guys that charge, that's usually how I deal with them as well. I just go stand on a rock, and they just run into the rock.
Make a run for it. I might have made it. Oh God, no! I can't scale this cliff. Oh no! Oh dear! This is cool. Great. So another thing, some cliffs you can climb up and some you can't, which is fun.
I feel like you seriously need that rocket booster.
Oh, and now there's bees.
Oh no, this
has gone very wrong very quickly.
The bees are by far the worst.
Oh, okay. I don't want to intrude on you, bees. I just want to get back home. Okay. Ow.
Okay, we have.
You know what? A slingshot of some kind would be really useful. Or just some form of.
You get a gun.
Yeah, I mean, also more sort of. I forget the name for it now, but a way of shooting out some rope and then.
Yeah, grappling hook. I was just thinking right now, as you described, it's you know what? A great early game feature would probably be a grapple hook. Just to shoot it and swing around like Spider-Man.
Yeah. I genuinely don't think there's a way for me to get out of this place.
I'm telling you.
And
only thing you're going to be able to do is die. Just accept your fate.
No, I am nothing if not horribly stubborn. I am nothing if not the most stubborn man in the world. I will prevail.
I
I
believe
don't
in
have any
you.
resources. And I can't build a platform or a ladder to get me out of here, but
So
so help.
for anybody playing along, by now, you should not be where Stick is with just a basic hub. You should be closer to where I am to building a full factory. Because getting your first factory set up is the most important part. Like, you don't need to explore, you don't need to see anything. Just getting your conveyors and your drills up and running that's what you need. That's what you want. Because everything else in the game will definitely come naturally. And by the time you do fall down large crevices, you won't be in trouble anymore, like Stickers or Olaf.
Minor
Sorry.
update, the bees got me.
Did you die? Aha!
Yeah.
Brilliant.
The bees got me.
A nice soft reset for you is always what's needed.
Yep.
It refreshes the pores in the skin.
So the
Also,
only slight issue is that all of my handheld portable miners are not down there.
how many did you take with you?
I forgot to put them away, so all of them.
Oh my
So I
word.
now have to go on a slight vengeance quest.
Okay, if it isn't clear for those of you listening and watching,
Don't do things the way I do.
yeah, definitely don't do things. Do as we say, not as we do.
Look, I make games. I don't play them well. And I think also a side product of making games is I've become a lot more reckless when playing, in a sense,
Oh,
because well, I keep sort of trying to find out where the boundaries are
oh,
that
you
have been
you
set.
you know there are limits, and you're gonna find them.
Yes.
Of course.
Whether or not it's a good idea to find those limits, I don't have an opinion on.
Well,
But
going from your current experiences, I would say probably not.
well,
Yeah.
could be worse.
Hey,
Actually, I did have two portable miners remaining that have been mining out iron and limestone, so I might be able to build myself a path down to my crate.
this
And then...
what? You shouldn't have that unlocked yet.
No, I do. I do have the ramp because I got the first level
So,
of what's it called? The base building on tier 1.
how did you get that so fast? I'm not even
Because
there.
I skipped tier 0 when I started. That might be it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, no,
That would make sense.
I did not skip 0.
Yeah, I know. Again, reckless. Do as I
Reckless
say,
just
don't do as I do.
barely remembers how to play the game, but still, skips tier
Look,
0.
it's fun, okay?
I mean, I can't really deny that. It's a lot of fun being reckless, especially in a game where most of the dangers of being reckless isn't there.
Yeah. So there's also, I think that's also why I'm reasonably good at finding bugs in other people's games, because I don't do things as intended.
It's a good way to also not make friends. It's like, oh yeah, I played your game.
I don't
I
tell them
found
that
these
up
20
front.
bugs.
I don't tell them I actively break it up front. I just happen to do so.
You know what you remind me of. You're like that you don't just like listen. Whatever you do, don't go down that hole. It's gonna break your system. What do you do first? You go down that hole.
Of course.
It's like I mean, it bricked your system. It's not gonna break my system.
Well, it might have been an edge case, Might have been some weird hardware configuration that made everything go a bit haywire.
As a
never know
side
until you
note,
try.
as a quick quiet side note, these portable miners are by far one of the cutest little animations in the game for me.
Yeah.
Just they like little wake up and like looking around and just starting to drill. Genuinely, it brings me joy.
Yeah. You know what does not bring me joy? Sitting at the craft bench, holding down space for 14 hours whilst you try to craft
you
iron
don't need to
ingots.
hold it down anymore. It's just you just tap space and it starts going.
Really?
Yeah, just tap space and it starts going. They changed that as well.
Okay, that's a good change on them. I
It's a
wish that was made clear.
yeah, I also was like, because I lifted my
wish.
hand up to drink tea earlier and I was like, why is it still crafting? Oh, it's
So
now
yeah, it just
automatic.
says craft space. You could have a parentheses continuously next to that one.
You can see
That
this
would
is
be quite
definitely one
useful.
of those things that the developers were constantly bothered about. It's like, hey, please, I'm
Yeah.
tired of leaning cups against my keyboard and then going to bed so things can be crafted.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. and, that's why you always add shortcuts.
I mean, shortcuts, just a little bit of automation goes a long way, you know?
Just a tiny bit.
Now,
Okay.
the only other thing is I still have to hold shift to run. That should also be a
So
toggle.
I actually prefer holding it over it being a
Oh,
toggle, I have
no.
to say.
No, if it's a game where my stamina determines how much I can run, then yes, definitely. Like, don't
I think
just.
that's also a setting you might be able to change, in fairness.
But in fairness, am I going to go looking for it right now? Though
It's entirely up to you.
probably not. I don't want to cut that out of the video.
That's fair enough. I could try to find it for you.
No, it's fine.
I
It's
have
fine.
commenced my rescue mission of building the massive ramp,
And
and I am looking down upon the angry fire spitter at this very moment.
you
And I'm
should
running
have
away
killed
because
it
he's
by
spitting at
now.
me.
You should have killed it by now, man. It's only like 8 hits.
Oh, I think it's one of the bosses.
Yeah, it's the bosses are 8 hits. The small ones are like 4 or 5.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was a bit perturbed by the bees previously, so you know.
Also, do you know how to get rid of the bees? Because I never figured that out. It's one of those things. It's just like, okay, the bees
I
are
can
on me
tell you,
now.
I once upon a time knew how to get rid of them. I do not anymore, but I think they have something to do with the spore fungi that grow around here as well.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! I thought all they were good for was honey.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because I know
I
you can get
honestly, it's
you
been
get
too
those honey
long.
pods from them. From
Yeah,
the like the plant like thing where they spawn. So you're telling me the spore fungi can like help me stop the bees from killing me? Because even when I was freaking 20 hours in, those bees, if I saw them, I had to run, and that was my only plan: run.
yeah. I remember finding out a way of dealing with them when I played this last, but it's been a while,
Mm.
so I'm
It
gonna
is.
go with a no.
It's genuinely surprising, right? Because both of us played this game for quite a few hours, and I think we both streamed it. And the
Yeah.
game, I know it's been at least a year since my last proper playthrough, probably 2, and the game's still in early access.
Yeah. I do wonder if there's a part of them keeping this in early access that they're trying to avoid the cyberpunk effect in a sense. Not that this game is as overhyped as Cyberpunk,
Yeah,
but
it's
sort of
not
having a
nearly
game
as
be
if. From what I've seen, a
so
lot of
bad.
like larger streamers have forgotten about it almost, and like the engine that this game is running on is probably getting pretty up there as well. You know.
Actually, which engine is it, out of interest?
That's something that I'll have to quickly check for you. Hold on, let me just do it.
I can find out. You keep playing.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was busy crafting some stuff, but the game seems to have decided it's running on Unreal Engine 5. Okay, so wait, that cannot be.
No, they might have started in UE4 and then migrated it.
That's probably it. Yeah. So at least it's running then on something modern,
Yeah.
relatively modern.
Well, UE5 is very recent. Saying that, I have never yet used Unreal Engine, so
But Unreal Engine is fun apparently from everyone else that I've read online. Building things
so
on.
for me, it's more sort of it's very much a 3D engine, and I have not yet had a good idea for a 3D game. So I preferred using Unity, and then they went and
Did they thing?
had some fun last autumn. I still haven't forgiven them for that, by the way.
From what I've seen, nobody's forgiven them about that.
No,
So, I mean, so many
no, and
basic
that's
things are
good.
starting to run
You
on
shouldn't
Unreal
forgive. You
now.
shouldn't forgive a company trying to pull that
All
type of a
that.
stunt.
I know. It's one of those things that is just once it's done, it's done. You can't really reject it.
No, you really can't. And then you wonder when you sit there a few years later and no one has any new projects on your engine.
It's like, what happened? But anyway, let's not get too depressed here.
I could go on for too long about this.
I'm pretty sure every developer can go on quite a while with that. I'm curious to see what the gaming expos are among the developers at the moment as well, because obviously that's not a circle that I get into regularly.
Gaming expos in what sense?
Like, I don't know. You did tell me last year that there are dev specific expos where developers go and talk about stuff in the industry and stuff.
So, sort of, in a sense, I suppose that's a part of every expo you have, is sort of the duality of having it be public access for people to try games and also have it be industry talks, really, I guess is the main thing.
You know, in a perfect world, right, it would be developers and media people only, because I think I can pass myself off as a media person.
Yes, but that
So
would require us living in a perfect world, and I am afraid I might have some bad news for you.
well, I know we need money, but like, come on, man, can't be that bad.
um, yeah.
uh, okay, this is the part about Satisfactory that I always forget about as well. The just watching the screen as the automatic
That's the
build
little
stuff
bar
happens.
gross.
Yeah, just like waiting and like seeing the numbers tick up on one side and down on the other.
Yeah. Although that will, once you have automatic crafters, that's going to be a whole lot easier. Then all you have to do is run around and pick up leaves and branches to use as fuel.
Fuel, yeah. Yes. I can't wait for automatic energy as well.
That will be nice.
One of the weirder things that I think that they should include is, do you know that you can get oil from coal?
In this game?
No, in the real world, but not in this game.
I was not aware you could get oil from coal, but it makes sense. It's just carbon, right? So
It's just
why
carbon.
wouldn't you be able to?
It's one of those things anyway. That one of those random pieces of information that I know. And when I first built like the oil stuff, I can remember building it and being so frustrated because it was like, you need to get oil. Okay, where's the nearest oil? It's almost half a kilometer away from the nearest. I think it was a digger that I had. Not a digger. What do you call it? Drill.
Excavator.
The big drill. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to first go to the drill. They go 500 meters on the ground, dodging enemies and stuff, to get to where the oil is. And once I got there, I was like, wait, what do I actually need? Because I brought the drill. I assumed the drill. I was like, no, you need like refinery and an extractor, and you need like water and electricity. I was just like, this is stupid.
So this is why I started building sky bridges everywhere I went in when I streamed this game.
This is the main reason that I started building sky bridges. Like, I got to there, I was just like, screw this. I'm not going to walk on the ground anymore.
Yeah, well, you know where you're getting. You have the materials. If you have set up, limestone and iron extraction, you can get where you're going fairly easily. All you need to do really is just build a massive sky bridge and have fun.
Yeah, massive sky bridge, 14, 15, 20, 50 of them, just a few here or there.
Yeah. I've almost completed my big ramp to get my crate back.
I think no. Oh, I'm still on tier 0. What else do I need? I've got enough of both stuff,
Although I will say,
fortunately.
I have accidentally found a very nice place to build a base because I can just build a massive floating platform
Oh, those are the
over
best.
a big canyon and just build up or down. I'm
Mm,
gonna need a lot of
mm.
resources, but I have an iron ore deposit right next to me. I have a limestone deposit not far away. Life is good.
As I'm
I have a
listening to
copper
you, I'm
deposit not far
realizing
away,
you're forgetting something important here.
which is
Where's your nearest water source?
it's below me.
Oh, okay.
So where I died was just on a coastline. So there's a big, I don't know if it's a lake or a river, but it's a bunch of water.
Oh, you lucky son of a gun. I don't even.
Yeah.
I've not seen one speck of water in my playthrough now, so I know it's going to be one.
Which map are you playing on?
The basic one.
So that one is a bit tricky to get water in. There is a
Yeah, because
small
it's got a bunch of different
lake.
biomes. Yeah.
If memory serves, there's a very small lake close by some of the starting iron resources
Well, I'm up a
that
mountain,
you
so like as soon as I'm done with this cable, I'm gonna go check. Because for some reason, this playthrough, I didn't think of it until just this moment.
yeah,
Which
it might just be Skybridge time for you. It might just be Skybridge time.
it's so Skybridge time for me. Look at this. That's not
It's
even water. That's just a chasm. Oh no. Okay. So this 2-hour podcast is definitely not going to progress beyond like a certain level. Oh, that's water. Oh, thank fudge. Oh, okay, so we can go quite far. Yes. Uh,
that is good. That is the sigh of relief of a man who
uh,
was afraid he was going to have to spend a few hours making a sky bridge.
Sky bridge and tunnel because the tube needs to go.
Can you excavate tunnels in this game?
No,
I don't
that's
think I
that's
ever.
one of the other things that I think I saw people on Reddit ask for this when I was still on Reddit. It's like, hey, can you guys like build terraforming and like let us change the terrain, even if it's like an advanced level? And nope, the most you can do is
So
cut down trees.
what I will say from what I do know of how things work, changing terrain is very difficult.
Listen,
It requires a lot of computation because everything you look at in a game is comprised of tiny triangles.
oh yeah, the mapping and everything. But listen,
Yeah.
if uh, who's the creators of No Man's Sky again?
Hello Games.
If Hello Games could do it in a garage in I think Birmingham, I believe the guys from Satisfactory can do it. Hold on, I should probably know that. Hold on.
They are somewhere down in
Coffee
England.
Stain Studios. Coffee Stain Studios. Yeah, you
Yeah.
see.
Oh wait, they're in Sweden, aren't they? Somewhere.
Let me Google that for us as well. So why not? Because
I seem to remember
I believe in
that
them.
they're.
Coffee Stain. It's Swedish. Yeah, it's Sweden.
Yeah.
See, if a bunch of English guys in a basically a garage can figure it out, I believe in like a bunch of Swedish guys.
I mean, you'd certainly hope so.
Though I have to
Otherwise, where is the
say,
world headed?
the last time I played the game, I played it on like the potato of a laptop that I had. Playing it on this system, genuinely, just wow, this game looks amazing.
Yeah, it really is a game that benefits heavily from having higher end hardware, which is
Just,
not entirely great as a thing.
I mean, if you're
Ow.
forthcoming about it, like I would say, this game Unlike a certain new spacefaring game from a Bethesda Studios, and there I just fell so far away.
You mean, what was it, Starfield?
Yeah, Starfield. I don't want to name it, but
I think if you name it in the same sentence as you shame it, it's fine.
My big,
I'm about to die for a second time.
If I can run away fast enough, I won't. Oh no.
I really don't like the fire breathers. They're very annoying.
Okay, so the only way to get back up to my hub is through the poisonous areas.
Can you please be zapped? There you go. That's all you needed to do. Just be zapped.
Wow,
Okay.
There's no way my hub is this close to all of that stuff.
I got my crate back. Yes.
Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied?
I am. I have a massive bridge built. Oh, what was that? Oh, the bees.
This is bad Satisfactory gameplay and rules, guys. Please don't follow us. We are breaking every rule that we should.
Yeah. Oh, bees, no, don't kill me again, please. Okay.
Did you die again?
No, thankfully I managed to zap him. But now I just need to remove my whole ramp.
Heal first, please.
Backtracking the whole way up.
Is it that much material for you? Come now, man. Just leave the material there. You're gonna need it later.
No, I do need it to make other platforms. Is the problem.
How scarce is the resources in your map?
Not very, but I can just rebuild the ramp when I need it again. But there's nothing down here for me right now, so I'd rather just build a bigger platform on which to put everything else first, then rebuild the ramp when I need to go down there for any reason.
Yeah, I can't argue with any of that. Guess what I finally have? Conveyors.
What? Yes. Oh yeah, I haven't even automated a single thing yet.
I mean, you've been focused on something entirely different this whole time, so I can kind of understand.
I was on a vengeance quest. I'm not too proud to admit it.
On a vengeance quest in this game. I love how you just said that, by the way.
Am I wrong?
I mean, you're not wrong, but you know what I mean.
It's more of an RPG thing, but
yeah, it's an RPG thing. It's like, oh, that guy killed my friends. Let's spend the next 40 hours going on a vengeance quest.
Yeah, but that monster killed me, or the bees even. I didn't even really.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the monster didn't do anything. It just threw a few fireballs at you and then left you.
Well,
look at it from his perspective, right? Look at it from his perspective. If someone or some strange creature that you've never seen in your entire life just suddenly drops on you from your ceiling, you too would be slightly grumpy and quite attacking.
Slightly grumpy is perhaps the best way of describing that as possible. Slightly miffed.
Slightly miffed.
Woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yes, you see, not entirely furious yet. That would only happen if they took your tea or something like that. I have no idea. For you, it would probably be whiskey.
In fairness, yeah, if someone came into my apartment and took my whiskey,
not just
give it to them.
Not just came into your apartment, fell from your ceiling and took your whiskey.
I would be quite annoyed. Would I be annoyed enough to throw balls of fire against them? Probably not.
No, don't lie. I know if you could, you would. No human being on Earth would be like, yeah, I wouldn't do. If we could throw fireballs at each other, this entire planet would have burnt down ages ago.
Imagine. Oh God. That would be a thing to behold. Indeed. I'm just gonna leave my hub where it is for a moment and just build a nice massive platform. How do I rotate these spaces again?
The instructions should be at the bottom of what to do, snapping to grids and stuff.
Oh, I'm not a massive fan of where they
I've got a lizard doggo. Sorry. I've got a lizard doggo. Come here, doggy. Pet the lizard doggy! Pet the lizard doggy! Come here, come here, come here, come here. Okay, guys. This is the lizard doggy. I know he's running away, but he's the doggo. Look at him, lizard doggo.
What? Why the hell?
Why
Oh
do they
god, now it's
always
no
run away
longer.
from me? This is so like real life. Real dogs always run away from me too. All I want to do is give them some herbs.
What has
No.
happened?
What has happened? Please tell us. I kind of derailed us.
So I have placed down one platform to start building my massive platform, and I turned on snap to guidelines or snap to grid, and now the one platform I have placed is on a different grid to everything else I can place.
Oh no, because you didn't snap everything.
No, it just keeps rotating. What has happened?
This doggo genuinely looks so afraid of me. Ran into the bushes.
I am confused.
The grid system only works if you start building from the grid. So if your hub isn't in the grid or anything else, it gets really wonky really fast.
Okay. Then let's deconstruct the HUD, or the hub even. Come on, give me... Please, I just wish to have a sky platform.
Oh, wow. I just went from Lizard Doggo to Bouncy Boy.
Bouncy Boy? Is that a
Bouncy
new one?
Boy. No, you know there's the things that look like whales with legs?
I figured out what it was. I had somehow managed to rotate the platform with my mouse wheel, which it didn't give me any indication that it happened.
You can do that?
Yeah, wait. Apparently it is. Apparently you can.
Okay, anyway, do you see this guy on my screen?
In fact, I only see the menu on your screen.
Oh, that's not good. Why did that stop? That? Oh no. No, it's freaking hasn't recorded anything.
Oh no.
Why did it do that? Why is it doing that?
Because technology is bad.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'll figure something out. I mean, at least the audio listeners will enjoy it, you know?
True.
I'll just put some...
You could always
I'm just gonna get gameplay from, later on. We'll make it make sense. Anyway,
you can animate everything.
You see this guy? I can't animate an hour with a ditch.
Yeah, the big elephant boy.
The big elephant boy. If you jump on him, it becomes a super jump.
Really?
Yeah, you can kill him to do that permanently, but it's a bit cruel because he's like, even if you hit him first, he's like, just don't hurt me, please.
Yeah, I'd say.
There we go.
Just a tad cruel.
There you go.
One thing I would like to be able to do when you build things in this game is have some form of more bird's eye view perspective.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like almost like The Sims or something, just so you know what it looks like overall in the map, you know?
Yeah. I have now reconstructed my hub, and one of the sides just hangs over a cliff, but I'm going to keep it that way just to remind myself that sometimes you can make quick mistakes and fall to your death, and you shouldn't do that. You should always be careful.
In my book, something hanging over a cliff is just a future place to build.
Exactly.
Because that's what I did with my first one. Like I saw in the same way that I'm seeing a lake now in the distance. Like, yeah, I'll build it this. I've got a lakeside view. And then what happened is the entire lakeside view became my building area, like in the side of the cliff.
Yeah.
It was just, the best thing to do. What else are you going to do? Right. What I do find a little bit, I don't know if you've found this or had this happen to you, but in the late game, what happens is because some of those things are so complicated to make, they require like 7 different constructors and 18 different smelters to get all the materials done. And like, yeah. I think I had like 8 layers of constructors and then advanced constructors and then like assembly lines.
Yeah.
What happened to me was it took like an hour to make one thing, to get all the enough parts at the end station, like at the last assembler to make everything, that I got bored. because you can't leave the game open to just run like you can most
Well,
games.
you
Because
could if you
you
have nothing
could,
else on your PC.
yeah, if you have nothing else
And
on the
just sort of
PC.
leave it over dinner or whatever.
Yeah, so I couldn't do that. So what I started doing is I started building out the hub, and my hub, or not the hub, but like the base itself. I think at one point I was like 400 of those squares.
400.
400
Yeah,
wide and 400 long, and I had like 7 floors of it.
Yeah, that's fairly decently big.
Yeah, because I got so bored. I was like, all right, I need to like build stuff, and like everything is automated. I've got enough electricity. I've got enough coal coming into the electricity plants. I've got everything is automatic. All I have to do is sit and literally tell the last thing what I wanted to make, and I just like, okay, let's see how big I can build the base. And by the time I was done, my computer couldn't render the end of the base.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, it was one of those things like, I think I might have gone too far.
Yeah.
It was also.
Is there really such a thing as too far? I mean, if you can't render the end of the base, just it's still there. It's just ones and zeros in the background. You just can't see it.
No, it became a problem because I couldn't get to one end of the base fast enough. Because one of the reasons I built it that big was I built it from the start of the base all the way to the oil fields, which I had said was like quite far away. I built the base, I extended it all the way to the oil fields.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a fair bit.
And I had made a small mistake, as in like every floor was high enough so that I could build anything underneath them, right? So obviously I think they were like 8 or 9 blocks high, which is high enough to almost kill me if I fall.
Yeah.
What I forgot to do was put stairs in everywhere. So I had like 4 points on the entire floor where I could safely reach the floor below or above. So what started happening was...
Did you not have any ramps on the side or anything?
No, nothing. It was just open. So if I had enough skill, I could kind of like jump down, boost the rocket halfway through, and then like land safely. But it was iffy because I hadn't built them all the same length either. So I had to start So I had to, those suction pods was the first solution I tried. They didn't work because it took just as long to travel through them. Then I tried making a buggy. Didn't work either. It just too much resources to keep that thing running. Eventually, what I started doing is I made holes randomly that I regularly forgot about. Right? So you can imagine what happened. Like, I fell down them quite a bit. So
yeah, you would.
What would happen is if I needed to get to something on the other side, which is 4 floors below, I would just start running in a direction and fall. And then right before I hit the floor, I would boost the rocket to not get too hurt. And then I would fall down the next floor until I reached the bottom floor.
Yeah, that doesn't sound overly ideal. I'm not going to lie.
It was very motivational in one specific sense. I refused to not get everything perfect every single time. Like, I didn't want to go to the bottom floor no matter what. So what I always make sure is like, listen, everything on the bottom 2 floors going to be top level and it's going to be automatic. Like, so I had the smelters one on the bottom floor and then the basic crafters one on the next floor. So all of the things that are currently on my screen were being made in the thousands just automatically. Like, I had so much that several of the advanced containers were full.
Yeah.
And I do think that might be a slight oversight on the... I don't want to say me. I don't want to blame myself. But it can't be the devs.
Why would you ever blame yourself? That would be sacrilege.
Almost close to it. I'm perfect, okay?
So...
the first hour of this video being frozen, not me. It was someone else.
You don't happen to have a messiah complex or anything. just
it's the only thing keeping me sane in this jobless world, okay?
The only thing keeping you sane is your messiah complex.
So, hold on.
It sounds about as as regular as it should.
You see, this is one of the other things that I'm just like, how did this happen? I didn't take the portable miner that was here, but it's gone. I blame stick. Easiest.
Yeah, most people do.
Yeah, I mean, you're the closest person to me at the moment, Olav.
Well, yeah. What do I need? Oh, reinforced iron plates. That I have something. I have 8 of them. That should be enough.
Reinforced
want
iron
my-
plates are just the biggest headache in existence.
Yeah, they're not great.
My issue with them isn't actually the fact that they're iron plates, right? It's because the developers decided, all right, to make a reinforced iron plate, you need an iron plate and screws. That's all you need,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, right? Do you know how difficult it
Should
is
be
to
able-
have enough screws?
very,
It's just
very difficult.
everything else is like, just have it. Screws, yes, I can remember, and even now I can see it on the horizon coming towards me. It's gonna be hell.
Bad memories of needing screws.
I mean, at one point I needed. At one point, everybody, not just me, everybody's going to need, I think, like 400 or 500 screws per
Yeah.
freaking cycle.
You just need an entire floor of your mega factory dedicated to solely to the production of iron stuff.
Iron stuff, exactly. Yes,
Just
iron plates, iron
everything that
rods.
can be made from iron needs to be on one floor, and you never want to look at it.
And my
because
advice is that a lot of people will tend to think, okay, I need more iron plates. Iron rods are worth their weight in gold by far.
Yeah,
Just
they're pretty useful.
pretty useful, he says. You can't make screws without iron rods.
Well, yeah, you can't really make. I'm trying to think if there's anything iron based that you can make without it, but I don't think so.
Oh, it's not my freaking portable drill that got taken away. I found another source for iron ore. I've got 2 iron ores right next to my hub. Hey,
That's good.
that's
I got
pretty
3.
fortuitous. Oh yeah, it's just shh. Mr. Advanced player.
Well, I mean, I just went a bit further away from where my spawn was, and
I ran 300
I have a bunch-
meters.
the only issue is I have a bunch of iron, but not really much of anything else. So
That's a problem. Yeah, I've got plenty of copper and plenty of limestone as well. And as soon as I can scan for something else, I'll find out what else is close by.
I also have a slight issue in power already.
Oh no! What are you doing, or what are you not doing?
Well, I might have to go on a minor deforestation of the planet.
This is one of those other things, right? What would be fantastic if they gave us early on is the chainsaw,
Yeah,
because like
yeah.
that quadruples the
That would
amount of
be really
biomass you
useful.
have. But the problem is, I think you get the chainsaw around the same time you get the coal-fired plants.
Yeah. I just realized my first issue with the iron in that I need 3 constructors next to each other. And here we go.
And here comes the
Okay.
complexity.
Well, I don't have enough limestone. Damn it.
I
don't have storage either.
I'm finally at level 1.
Oh wait, no, I do have storage.
Am
I
I?
just don't have any space. Oh, this is a real catch-22. I don't have enough platform space to build a storage container for which I need limestone, which I'm currently mining out. So I'm just going to stand next to this
portable miner and watch over it.
belt.
Oh
No, conveyor belt, and just have it fed to me. And then go and manually do some stuff.
Just go chop some wood and
whatever.
come back, man. Stop like
I just need concrete. A bunch of concrete.
a watched pot never boils, as they say.
Yeah, but also a watched pot that doesn't have any place to put its concrete will never do anything. So you kind of need that.
Yeah, you do need that. That's going to be a slight issue there.
And also I need the splitter already, so...
Already? How do you already need the splitter? What are you doing over there?
For the iron. I need both the merger and... Oh god, I could do this with the second smelter, actually. But I don't have power for that. And so it begins.
And so
Breathe.
it begins the chaos.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
Management.
Breathe in. Now faster. Now hyperventilate. Now panic.
Honestly, my advice to anybody listening at this point would be if you
don't listen to me.
Yeah, don't listen to Stick because he's just, I don't know what he's doing at the moment, but it's probably pure chaos on his screen.
Everything's under control and you never need to see it. There we go.
Just go with the flow of the game. The game will know what to do.
You're making concrete.
No, I'm not making iron plates.
No, I'm talking to my constructor. Jeffrey the constructor, you're making... Can I rename them? No. Damn.
How do you even name them? They just called...
Can't.
Oh, man.
I just want to call them all Jeffrey.
We need to start a petition to do that. Listen, I want to name my constructor. What? Jeff.
No. Jeffrey. Not
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
No. I can't name mine Jeffrey. Yours is Jeffrey. Mine is Jeff.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like, Jeff?
Wait.
My name is Jeff.
My name Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
I don't need those two, so I can... Do I have enough to build 2 more constructors?
Okay, now comes the important part, the alignment of the first miner.
Come on.
Open space. Thy name is Miner.
That should be.
Miner Mark 1.
Oh, they just fit in next to each other. That is beautiful. Now I just need to do another constructor, and then I need to do all the stuff to get my splitters. And I need more power.
Oh, what a shock.
This was going to happen eventually.
It's so confusing that is actually a thing, that you need more power. Can't be.
This completely foreseeable event has occurred. There we go. I don't even need that platform there, but I'll keep it there because it looks nice.
Power line to you. Power line to you. I'm about to connect my first power lines. Can you believe it? Only took us an hour and 20 minutes.
I'm going to build my first burner. I need 1 more iron plate.
And now I'm just confused because it's not connected to the front one. Of course. Okay, come here. Let's put this over there.
So 1 biomass burner to be put, I don't know, right here. Why not? Do I have even enough biomass to fuel 3 burners? I don't think so.
I mean, it's only a slight desolate wasteland over there where you are. You should have some.
I have 152 flower petals. That should be enough.
Yeah, I think I put that in storage because I don't know what to do with it. Yeah.
You can just use it to burn. Man.
I've got nearly 1,000 pieces of leaves. Guess what I'm about to make as well? Biomass. Just biomass.
What I don't have much of is
cable,
which is annoying.
Ay.
So that's gonna have to be solved.
I brought Stick. I brought Stick on with us today because I thought he was a veteran, but clearly his lack of planning is coming in through strong today.
Look,
hello?
I do have everything on 1 big sky plate, so that isn't the problem. My problem is my minor diversion regarding the bees and the flame spitter at the beginning, and my inconvenient death, as I'd call it.
Inconvenient death. An inconvenient death looks like an inconvenient truth.
Yes.
Oh, no. Okay, so I need
and my having to build a massive ramp to even get anything done.
I told you to leave that stuff behind. You could have saved yourself like an hour.
No, I had to do the vengeance quest. But I'm now mining out copper ore because now I need to do the logistics milestone, which should be easy enough. And then I have my splitters, and then I can automate my iron production. I don't know what I don't want to know what I have to do with my copper production, because that's going to be a problem because it's far away.
No.
That is also what I call a problem for future me.
I need a merger as well. I was just laughing at you for this.
One of my biomass burners, I think, has run out of fuel. Cool.
I mean, if we were playing on the same server, which if I had enough time, I probably would have set that up. You could have grabbed some of mine.
Yeah, I also have basically a minor forest right at my doorstep, so I'm just going to run around holding E for a bit and grab.
I mean, I
myself
wish
as
we
many
could hold
flower
E and
petals as
just
I can
like pick
carry.
up stuff. You know, that would be so much faster as well. But no, you've got to like tap it.
No, you can hold it down to pick stuff up here.
No
At
way.
least with the flower petals.
You can.
With biomass, you can.
I'm doing it too. This is like one of those
It does
features
mean that my hand is now in a very unusual positioning, which is not ideal.
How is it unusual? You're holding W, Shift, and E. It's normal.
I don't know. It just feels strained. I don't know why this is a problem for me, but it is.
I think you need to play a few more shooter games, man. It'll become quite natural.
I don't have the reaction times for that.
You get them with time. First, you'll be made fun of.
I used to play TF2 back in the way before.
That's a long way before, man.
Yeah, I know. And I only ever did well when I could just be sniper, sit on a little glitchy part of the map where no one could see me, and click heads.
Well, then Battlefield is all for you. You can sit on one end of the map or go find yourself a nice telephone pole or satellite pole or building and just snipe.
Just sit there and wait.
Sit there and wait. They'll come to you, don't worry.
Now. I sit here, I look for tiny little round heads popping up, and then I click.
Not even that.
Back, and I sit here and wait, and then I click.
Forever waiting.
And
okay.
The converse, or the difference being now, of course, now I sit here and watch a number change whilst I've pressed space and just sort of wait. I need 150 iron plates, and I had 11. So this is going to take a moment.
To be fair,
I have enough iron ingots to do it.
To be fair, there's no danger of being shot from the side with this, you know,
at random points. Unless somehow one of the beasties finds me, which would be inconvenient.
You would have home field advantage, wouldn't you?
Well, maybe. Unless they got into the hub, in which case I'm currently just stood.
Well, if they get into the hub, they usually get stuck. If they get into the hub, they usually get clipped into hell. Why did everything stop? Oh, no, okay. Ugh, I hate conveyor belts Mark 1. They are just so slow.
Yeah. It takes a long time to get to conveyor belt Mark 2 as well, which is annoying.
Also, it would be greatly beneficial to me, right? If I got the merger, just the merger, please. I need to merge the conveyor belts.
Yeah. All you need is the logistics milestone in tier 1. That's the one I'm currently working on as well.
I'm currently working towards getting the damn space elevator. I need concrete.
Oh, I haven't even... Oh, right, because you started tier 0.
Yeah, it's the last thing I've got to do. I was hoping I was done, but then they were like, nah. Elevator boy.
I'd say that's a decent argument to be just skip tier 0 and just go straight into it.
I 100% agree with you, because this is going to drive me mad.
My base has now been invaded by one of those big elephant owl.
Oh, the whale stuff.
No, the big one.
The big whale one with like towers above.
Oh yeah, the elephant whale owl thing, whatever the hell it is.
Those are nice. I mean, they're pretty harmless.
Yeah, they're
Really?
harmless, but they get stuck in all your wires and stuff. And
That's what makes them so harmless. They're good fun.
good fun up until you need to build something there, and they're stood there just waiting.
Just put some stuff around them, and eventually they'll go flying.
True.
It's
I should
part
not
of
be
the fun
walking
of the
around here
game.
without my Xenozapper.
Why do I need 1,500 copper wires for this? That is such bull twank. That is cruel.
A strange cave with a mist in it. I'm sure this can't possibly be harmful in any
You
way.
need to be careful with those, eh? Because they've got radiation in them now.
Go in there
and find out what is in there. But like, just be careful. They've got radiation in them as well.
Oh.
The first time that happened to me, I was just like,
another copper ore, which is nice. It is, however, protected by Chargy Boy.
Chargy Boy. Those, but there's two of them. There's always two of them.
There's just one here now, which is somewhat worrying me.
Because there's the other one who's going to show up from nowhere.
Come here.
Come here, little Chargy Boy.
Hit him. Buddy, just run into... Oh, this is bad. Could you just please take a death? There you go.
And as all of you can tell, and I can say this even while Stick is speaking, or Olav is speaking, I don't know why I keep doing that. I don't know how to refer to Olav at the moment. Because I'm used to referring to him as Stickman, and now it's all confusing for me. This is all new to us. I can fortunately mute him during the voiceover parts of this and just talk on my own. Ha-ha! Because as we are going through, obviously, with this podcast stuff, I'm learning new things. Like, I can't just have everybody's voice on the same channel, you know? Okay, you can talk. You can keep talking. Yeah.
I thought you'd muted me.
No. I'm doing that. No, I'm muting you afterwards.
I was half tempted to just go down a mild swearing tirade. Just to annoy you.
I mean, you can, because, like I said, like I explained at the start, like I've got them recording in separate channels. So when I open them up in the editing software,
you can just cut
I could just be like, right, this is the part where he spends an hour looking for his body.
I wouldn't blame you for cutting that out.
I mean, it's also the same hour where the screen was frozen.
Know about my vengeance quest.
Your vengeance for Olav.
I just have to sit here now and wait for 220 copper ingots to be made.
Really? I'm waiting for 226 iron ingots to be made. This is riveting entertainment right now, you know? I'm sitting here with folded arms.
Well, I mean, what more can really be... what more can be said about the game then?
Satisfactory is a good game. It's got high intensity areas where you're doing like a lot of stuff, and then you've got times where you're counting teeth.
Well, yeah, but also the times where you're doing this, I would normally then go up and get myself a cup of tea or something.
I was literally just thinking, is like, maybe I should just go stand up and go get a cup of tea.
I mean, you always could.
Yeah, it's fine. I think I'll rough it out a little bit more. I'm actually just trying to make two more miners, big miners. But
nice.
What did I want to say now? Oh no, I forgot. I blame you, Stickman.
Most people do.
So yeah, see, when I'm blaming him, it'll be Stickman. It's easier.
Yeah.
This game is...
I do wonder how much more they're going to end up adding before it turns into an actual release of the game.
I'm hoping, right, that it's got something to do with the story. Because if that's all they're trying to, like, you know, hammer out, is be like, listen, we can't release this game without a story and then add it in later. I kind of get that. Especially if it's like a pretty complex story, from what I've seen as well, like the little tidbits of how the game is and what is available. It's not going to be like a pretty standard story. It's not going to be like,
Yeah.
aliens were here and now they're gone. It's much more complicated than that. I hope.
Well, I mean, I would argue aliens are still here, seeing as there's all the monsters around to try to kill you.
Okay.
They would still
Intelligent aliens, not like
right.
hurling fire at you for no reason.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder what direction they would go with it, because I think if you go with the direction of aliens were here once but then left because the planet became uninhabitable, why are you there? Why are you capable of walking around it?
To be fair, our player character is apparently always in a mask.
Yeah, but there could be other reasons for why it's uninhabitable.
It's true. It's true. It's one of those. It's an ancient civilization that we can only talk to through slugs. So
All the slugs will have a meaning beyond the power cells.
yeah. It's when you get close to this first slug that like you get like a message to go
I must have skipped
somewhere.
that.
I think if I might be speaking under correction here, but that's how I remember it. Like you get your first power slug and you get like a message it's like, yeah, you guy, yes, you person, you need to go to like this place. And then when you get there, you get your like first work in progress artifact.
Right.
Right.
I've always just ended up no, because I've always just ended up running across the work in progress artifacts on accident, and might be because
And
I have a bad thing about not reading tooltips, but
I mean,
I
the
just
first the
see
first
slug
time it
collect
happened to
slug.
me, I nearly had a heart attack because some alien female voice started yelping, shouting stuff at me, and I genuinely freaked out.
They're coming for me.
It's like, what the hell is happening? Am I going insane?
They're in the walls. They're in the walls.
South Africa, they can't be in the walls, and there are rats.
Well, they're I don't know, under the floor.
Also solid. The only place it can be is the roof. Aha!
Well, then that's where they are.
That's where they are. Okay, well,
there's an easy way to solve that one.
They're in the roof.
Oh,
they're supposed to be there. They're redoing it.
Right. I now finally have my conveyor splitter, which means I should be able to make many iron things.
I doubt it.
I don't have enough iron plates to build the conveyor belts.
See? I doubt it
That's a
for a
minor
reason.
oversight.
I don't know. That seems like a normal oversight for this game.
Yeah.
I just want
I could have had them if I had the splitter before and then could have built all the things. Oh well.
Okay, how many iron plates? I've got 60 iron plates. That should be enough.
Any moment now.
Any moment
Any
now.
moment I'll have my iron plates and then I can build anything useful.
Ah, frack's sakes, I just ran out.
How much do you have to build
Probably
out
like
still?
100 more iron plates.
Ooh, that's rough.
And the iron production is so fast, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't build a smelter. Am I an idiot? I'm such an idiot.
Well, only you can answer that question, I'm afraid.
It's a
Or of course, I could answer it for you, but I don't know if you'd like the answer.
I mean, it's so basic. I didn't do it. So, yes, I'm pretty much an idiot.
Well, get me a bird's eye view of this. There you go. So, I now need to set the constructors. One of you needs to do iron rods. One of you needs to do plates, and one of you needs to do. I forgot that the screws need the rods.
Yeah. Here it starts. See, there it starts. Now you need something that makes rods for you to use, and now you need something that makes rods to make the screws.
I can build that. I just don't have the space to do that at the moment.
This is the issue that like I know is in the future if I were to continue playing this game. Fortunately, I'm only playing it for the podcast today. Because after this, I've got to record some stuff for the weekly video, or bi-weekly videos. Like when I had to, when I know later on you're gonna have to like have four. You have 2 smelters making iron ingots, right? Some of the iron ingots go to like normal production and stuff, and the other iron ingots go into storage so that it can accumulate. So it goes into a smelter, not a smelter, a constructor to be built into rods, to be built into screws. And then it also goes into a constructor to be built into rods because everything requires a rod.
Of course.
And it's just...
Why would things not require rods? What kind of mad world would that be?
Yeah, you want to build a piece of fine electricity that requires silicone, copper, and gold. Well, you better throw in an iron rod in there as well for some reason.
Well, why not?
Good fun, isn't it? No, it's not good fun. It's complicated and annoying. But the game does do that part very well.
Complicated and annoying.
Complicated and annoying.
Well, I don't think I can really disagree with you there.
I think I'm gonna build. I'm nearly done. This is as complicated as I need my life to be at the moment, and I think most people watching and playing with us will get the basic idea of where to go.
Oh, I can't build the iron rods. Can't build the storage container because I don't have the iron rods, because I don't have the storage container where they're meant to go into.
This just shouts of a lack of planning, if you ask me.
Shush you. Silence with your
my logical analysis.
Logic's not the word I would use, but sure.
You know what I always forget you can do? Like you can click. I'm not naysaying nothing, man. You're a naysayer. Oh, look at that. Holy cow. That looks amazing.
Now this gets turned into screws, which means I need yet another storage container.
What kind of storage container needs a screw, man?
No, I need the storage container to put all the screws into.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No,
This is the
no,
best
no.
way.
No.
Everything goes into storage containers. This is how...
I mean, that's true. Everything does go into a storage container somewhere. I need to be taken out.
One iron plate. One iron plate.
Isn't that just annoying?
Yeah.
How frustrating life is.
My production has worked, and now I'm automatically making concrete. I'm making everything iron can make, except for reinforced plates, because those are
complicated,
annoying. And also require a piece of technology that I don't yet have.
Yep, assembler. The assembler.
All I need now is more iron to be smelted and faster, which should be not too difficult to do. Though I haven't left myself much space, I can always expand.
I feel like I'm running out of steam here. I don't know about you.
It's
certainly a thing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna line up a good view.
Refill all my biofuel generators that go through leaves like nothing else.
Okay, I'm pretty much. I think this is a good spot to end. It's if you've been playing along with me, anybody that's listening or watching, you'll probably be right on the cusp of building the space elevator. If you did what Olav did and skipped tier 0 and you're very confused about a lot of things still, I recommend not doing that, but if you are, I hope your life is as confusing as
If
his.
you've gotten to this point in the podcast and are still confused, I'm
That's
sorry, you
normal.
only have yourself to blame.
Yeah, I was just like, if you've gotten this far and you're so confused, that's pretty normal for Satisfactory.
Yes, but you only also have yourself to blame for not following the instructions on screen.
What instructions? The first hour was nothing.
Look, you'll figure it out, I'm sure, in some way.
Though, to be fair, there were a lot of on-screen prompts during that time as well. It's only the latter half that's been quite empty. Olav, thank you so much for being here. It's been quite fun.
You're welcome.
Can you believe 2 hours, basically 2 hours have gone by already?
Yeah.
You can definitely tell.
It's continuously trying to keep up some form of conversation for 2 hours is
it's
not something
fun.
I'm used to.
Yeah, I mean, I also live alone and basically work from home when I do have work. I do get that part. Just like some days we go weeks without talking.
Yeah.
Okay, but Olav, thank you so much for being here. It's been a real pleasure. I'm going to stop recording now. Give me like 1 second. I just need to do a proper outro. Thank you so much for joining us here at Players Parlor. Next week, as I told Olav earlier, we'll probably be doing coffee talk. I'll see if I can get a guest that we've had already on, but I doubt it. I'll probably invite someone new. I'll try to never do these podcasts alone because I do find them they're quite boring when doing them alone, even for me to do, never mind for you guys to listen to. My viewpoints on things are very much stable and concrete. Unfortunately, I'm at that age. So having them challenged by someone else is pretty healthy and also quite entertaining, I'm pretty sure. As you've probably been able to tell, Olav and I have very, very different styles of playing games. Please join us next week for Players Parlor, where we will be doing coffee talk. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.